So I just want to quickly also talk about acapella. As you can see, I can do like a gazillion videos in a space of a couple of hours only because I've got ADHD. So I think about a lot of things: politics, I think about race, I think about makeup, I think about animals, animal welfare, I think about agoraphobia, I think about sickness, I think about loss, grief. I think I'm like everybody. We're all a mixed bag of stuff. Um, and so in my mixed bag of stuff, I happen to have a lot of things that I've learned about singing. Not, I would never say that I'm the best singer in the world. My goodness gracious, no. But I have been blessed to know many wonderful singers and to work with lots of singers who I love very, very, very dearly and respect and admire. Um, and so, aside from getting to the top of my game musically by being a backing singer, I happen to have learned a lot of stuff from some great people. So, big shout out to Corinne Bailey Ray. Love you to pieces and hope you are well. Cynthia Erivo, big shout out to you. Good girl. And Ruma, a lesser known singer in the broad sense of the world, but oh my word, she sounds like Karen Carpenter and she's a dreamy person. So, just a few people that I've met and loved and respected, not just as musicians, but how they've dealt with the world and how they've overcome a lot of the stuff that we have to overcome for a variety of reasons, none of which I'm going to speak about right now. So I just wanted to address a cappella, singing a cappella. Now, obviously there are some addendums that I will have to make and a few caveats I would have to make to practicing and rehearsing a cappella. If your ear is not trained, a cappella by yourself, not as a choir. A choir will help, but a cappella by yourself when your ear's not trained won't help you because you'll be singing any notes, and you'll be singing some notes. Whether they have any theoretical logic to them, I can't tell you that. But if you are somebody who has already got a trained ear and you understand the notes, you understand chords, you understand arpeggios, you understand scales, you understand diminished notes, you understand all of those things. If not in theory, but just by virtue of learning as you've gone along, then singing a cappella is a fantastic thing, and I advise everybody to do it, because even as singers, where I don't know what it is, I'm not sure if it's because we take on board negativity quicker than we take on positivity. Someone says something great about our voice, then we hear it and we kind of let it bounce off of us, or we hear it and we keep it for just until the next time someone says something negative. When someone says something negative, for some reason, it can stick with you for years. I've worked with people who have not sung a note since school because one teacher said that they can't sing. And that has just, shut them up. They can't say a word. So a cappella is a wonderful way just to get used to your own voice, that and get used to all the kinks and the nicks that you will hear and that you can just overcome. But you won't ever, unless you really want to hear your own voice without any music, without any backing track, without any reverb. Like, I've always been a thing, like every sound man will know I'm their worst nightmare. They love me and hate me at the same time because I don't want any of the bells and whistles. don't put that on there, because I like to hear my own voice because I need to know where the problems are. If you put reverb on there and all this other stuff, I'm like, thank you for that sound, but that's not what I actually sound like. I like to sound like me. And then if it's bad, then time to work on it. And I'm at 54 now. I've been singing since I could speak, publicly singing since I could speak. So, and I still feel exactly the same way. I feel like I listen to some things that my voice does, and I'm like, that needs fixing, that needs fixing, that needs fixing. And it should always be a lifelong thing. I think if you get to a place where you think that your voice is the best it can be, you've plateaued. That's what you've done. And so the best singers and the best musicians that I've ever met are pretty neurotic. They generally don't hear a performance that they've done and think that was amazing from beginning to end. No, they don't. If they did that, they just wouldn't grow and wouldn't change and wouldn't move. So back to singing a cappella, I just think that it's just one of those things where you feel super exposed. And what I've done in the past as well, like I did once, I went to my friend's, she was doing a night at Ronnie Scott's. We have this jazz club called Ronnie Scott's, quite famous in London. And she was doing a night there, and she asked me to come up and sing. And then 3 other singers who I know and have worked with are just there, and they are phenomenal singers, had just done some amazing songs, big claps, standing ovations, da-da-da-da-da. And so I didn't want to have to try and figure out the key with the band, or figure out if they know the song well enough, or whether the person would be able to play along with the things that I wanted to do. I just didn't want to do that work, and I was probably slightly sauced as well. They do really good coffee martinis in there, really nice. Anywho, so I just didn't want to do any of that. So I just said, so I got the mic and I said, guys, you can take a break. It's fine. I'm going to do this a cappella, and went ahead, did that. I mean, not to blow my own trumpet, but it came out okay, and I still got the standing ovation and all of that good stuff, because I was kind of just doing what I love to do at home anyway, which is hear my own voice. And then because I now have the freedom to sing notes that maybe are not within the chords that the piano's playing, or the guitar is playing, or the bass is playing, I can also, because the drummer now is not an element that I have to think about, I can also change the tempo when I want to, and then bring it back to the tempo that I originally started with. So these are all different skills that you can learn by singing a cappella. You never really learn that unless you kind of just put the fear down and stop being afraid. So I would really encourage you as a singer to sing as much as you can at home a cappella. And as I say, the caveat to that is, please make sure your ear is trained already, that you are somebody who sang with other people, who knows how to stay in the same key. Like, if you know here's how you test it. Find the key for the song, start the song, take the music away, sing a cappella, and then get to the end, check and see if you're in the same key. If you're that singer who can stay in that key regardless of what you do and what you hear, then those are the singers I'm talking about. Do that, because it means that your ear is trained. So I'm just doing my makeup at the same time as talking to you, or at least doing a daytime makeup anyway. So yeah, I would say really it's such a good skill to have, and also it does mean it gives you so much freedom sometimes to be able to perform without anything or anyone. You know, I mean, I love singing with the band. I'm in my element when I'm on stage and I've got a band. And then if you give me 3 backing singers, everything is good. So I'm not saying that I don't love all the bells and whistles, because if you give them to me, goodness gracious, and then you give me an orchestra, woo, or a big band, oh my goodness, everything is great. But I don't know, I kind of get excited about a cappella too. So someone bought me one of these, and I love this little thing. Love it, especially it's got Tree of Life on there as well. It's amazing. I don't think it's that expensive. I think you can get them on Amazon. And if you are the company that makes these, I want a bigger one. Tonks. Sorry, every now and then I do try to speak patois. I think I'm just trying to keep it alive for the kids. But now my parents have passed, I never really hear patois. So I'm trying my best. So Jamaicans, don't come at me. I'm just trying, and you know what I'm saying? I just try a little bit. All right, so I'm kind of learning to give myself I have an internal rhythm. Issue is now I'm trying to learn to sing as well as, and it is like patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time, it can be like that. So I will go out of time sometimes, but I'm using my skills that I'm trying to work on, and the time that I've allotted to every single day, I'm using it to try and figure out how to pat my head and rub my tummy with tempo. So I'm going to sing a quick one. I should just put this around my neck, because it's got this cute little thing. Yeah, I could do that as well. And okay. All right, so it's a bit. I need to get the sound right. I love dancing, crazy romancing, fellas advancing constantly. Marriage is for old folks, poor folks, not for me. One husband, one wife, what have you got? 2 people sentenced for life. I love singing, good healthy clinging, quietly bringing on a spree. Oh, marriage is for old folks, cold folks, not for me. One married he, one married she, what have you got? 2 people watching TV. I'm not ready to stop being free, and I'm not willing to stop being me. I gotta sing my song for someone who says that I'm wrong. Do 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 do. Cooking dinner, looking no thinner, gray elbows in a sudsy sea. Oh, marriage is for old folks, cold folks, not for me. One husband, one wife, what have you got? 2 people sentenced for life. I'm exploding with youth and with zest. Who needs corroding in some vulture's nest? I gotta fly my wings, go places, do things. My freedom bells really gonna ring. Do 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 do. I've been through years, too many blue years. Now every eve. Oh, marriage is for old folks, cold folks, but it's not for me. One husband, one wife, what have you got? 2 people sentenced for life. Marriage is for old folks, not for me. Can't you see? Oh, marriage is for old folks, not for me. See, mistakes and all. You know what I mean? Just get through it and then listen back. You hear all the mistakes. You hear all the bits that you did wrong. And guess what? Nobody died. The world did not just explode. It's fine. And that's what I mean. Give yourself a gift. Sing a cappella. Listen to your own voice. Hear the mistakes. Hear the good parts. Work on the mistakes. Glory in the good parts. Yeah. Love you. Be well.